I'm live. And here we go. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I don't want no filter. Okay. Sorry. I be trying to change stuff at the last minute. Sorry, y'all. I am live and this one needs to get deleted because I didn't do that right. I'm so sorry, y'all. I promise I'm gonna get it together at some point in time. It has been a day. If you are new here, my name is Demetra, and I am on a alternate day fasting and GLP-1 journey. Hey, DD, how you doing today? Last minute changes with. Did you get my email address? Because I had wrote you in your last live trying to figure out how we can connect too outside of the comments. So maybe you could teach me some things about going live because I'll be on the struggle bus. Hey, Kim. Hey, beautiful. Y'all, it has been a day. I have been so lethargic and exhausted. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to go live. I got off at 5:45, which I do every day. And got a lot going on emotionally, and that's what we're going to talk about today is emotional eating and healing our relationship with food. I first of all, every live I intend to show you all something. And okay, Dee, okay. I intend to show you guys something, and then I get sidetracked and I forget, and then after the live I'm like, I forgot to show them. So first of all, I wanted to share with you guys that tomorrow is the anniversary of my son's passing, and it will be 10 years on tomorrow. So what I have right here is one of the things I want to show you guys, two different things. This is a blanket and it's humongous. I'll have to take a picture of it and share it on my community tab so you can see the full picture of it. But it's all of his clothes. Somebody made he's a Dallas Cowboys fan, so this was one of his jerseys. Hey baby, my husband's in the chat. Hey baby. I always cheese when he pops up on me. So and then he played football and basketball. Well, he didn't play basketball. He was a manager of the basketball team. So anyway, this is a humongous blanket. It's like a queen size, made of all his clothing that I had made some years after he passed. And then this is a necklace that my sister gave me. So I keep forgetting to share this. This is a necklace that my sister had made for me. She surprised me with this the Christmas after his passing. He passed, it will be 10 years tomorrow. And he passed the week of Thanksgiving. And it's been 1 year. One time within the last 10 years, 1 year, it did land on Thanksgiving Day. But this is his thumbprint. I guess I should tell y'all what this is. This is his thumbprint. She had the funeral home take his thumbprint and had a necklace made for me off of it. And then that is also, that's his birthstone. This is his birthstone. So that is an emerald. He was born in May. And so I can never remember what's on the back of it. It says, "My son, my love forever." So I wear it often. I've been feeling kind of blah today. Not emotional, just blah. Like I feel like that my body, you know how you could be depressed or in your feelings or something, but not even really aware of it. Like I didn't feel emotional. I'm just really tired. Like I could have went straight to sleep when I got off work. Um, so I know that it's connected to what I got coming up tomorrow, with his 10-year anniversary. And this week I've just kind of been in a slump. And it's showing up in um my cravings, and things like that. So I will go more into detail when I do my weigh-in update on Sunday, but it's just I've been on the struggle bus trying to fast this week. And it's not even like the GLP-1 is doing its thing. I have not had food noise per se. So I guess it's just kind of out of habit that I am wanting certain things. And I know that it's for comfort. I've been knowing for years that I have a unhealthy relationship with food. And hey, Nate, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. We are discussing, if you're new here, my name's Demetra. I am on a alternate day fasting on a GLP-1 weight loss journey. And on my channel, I discuss that. I share my journey there, and then also healing and self-development. A lot of my weight loss videos do much better than my healing or self-development videos. But I'm sorry, I'm trying to make some adjustments here to my stand. But which I understand, if you're on a weight loss journey, that's what your focus is going to be. I just wanted to stress the connection between our mental and emotional health. Because I say mental health a lot, and I'm like, I hope people don't think that I mean like a mental illness. I really, emotional health is a subset of our mental health. And I really am really focusing on my mental and emotional health. And I guess I think about anxiety and depression both being mental and emotional and wanting you to run to food for comfort. So I just have some talking points that I wanted to bring to you guys today, because I just felt like that this was a good time with the holidays coming up. I've had a loss and a lot of trauma in my life, but a lot of people have. And those things tend to be highlighted, and we feel them more, during the holidays when. Hi, Izzy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody that is here tonight. Thank you for saying hello. So hello from Kentucky. So if you can hear my accent, I got a little country twang to me. That's what it is. So I just wanted to highlight, that if we don't address our emotional health, we can be on the GLP-1, we can do alternate day fasting, Weight Watchers, counting calories, low carb, keto, whatever weight loss method we want to be on. But if we are not, thank you, Kim. I'm really self-conscious about it. I hate hearing myself back when I have to edit my videos. So I appreciate that. If we do not address those things, we are going to regain the weight. I promise you. And maybe some people don't really maybe it's not that deep for some people. So I can't speak for everybody. I don't want to put that on you and say you're going to regain your weight. I just want you to be conscious of if you do not take care of those things, and why do you go to food for comfort? Maybe not everybody does, but I have for many, many years. And I know that it's my trauma that has pushed me towards, that has been my vice. And I guess we all have one, but food has definitely been mine for a very long time. But I wasn't an obese child, or even teenager. I started gaining weight after I had my firstborn son over the years. During the time I was in an abusive relationship. DD says, I love your accent. It makes you unique to me because I don't know anyone else with it. Thank you. I appreciate that. So now I won't feel so self-conscious about like I sound terrible. Um, so over the years I started gaining weight, and like there have been some things that I've like really embarrassed about thinking back. Like I've had a unhealthy relationship with food for a long time. I used to work 30 minutes from or 45 minutes from my house, and there would be a White Castles right off the exit. Um and then Vera. Hi Vera. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I would stop in at that White Castles, eat on the way home. At this point, I was tipping the scale at almost 400 pounds. And I would do this almost every day on my way home. I would grab White Castles on my way home, dispose of it before I got home. Um, because the relationship I was in at that time, he had a huge problem with my weight. And I would dispose of it before I got home and then still go on to eat dinner, with him when I got home. So just things like that that I have to like say out loud, it kind of takes the power away from it and the shame away from those things that I did that are embarrassing that most people would not share with people. But I've known for a long time that God doesn't want me to sit on the trauma that I've been through, and I have to share it with people so that they see that there is hope after abuse and trauma and abandonment and grief and all these things that I've been through in my life. Yes, yep, fatso behavior. Yeah. Guilty. Guilty. Um I can't get mad at the truth. So the mere fact that you know that about yourself is your power, Vera. Yes. And it's funny that you say that because that was another point that I had made. I got some notes over here if y'all see me looking to the side, that I was going to discuss about self-awareness. And there's a YouTuber I would watch, and she would say self-awareness is a superpower. And I can't remember, there's a quote from somebody, it escapes me where it originated from. Um, Hey, White with Jazz. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Thank you. But self awareness is a superpower. And it took me a long time. Like, I went on this spiritual journey back around 2021, when we was all home, and started reflecting. I isolated myself from a lot of people, and then kind of went within, and that's when I started becoming more self-aware and realized so many things about myself so that I could work on myself, because that's important to me, is growth. Thank you, Vera. Oh, I'm a big energy person too, sweetheart. Me too. Like yes, I feel energy. Yes, even through the screen. Yes, absolutely. I'm right with you on that. And thank you. I appreciate it so much. So it's like my life's goal to help people. Like I want to help people. I don't want people to have to suffer the way I've suffered in life. I want people to see their greatness because I never could see the greatness in myself. And my YouTube journey has also made me taught me some things about myself. My YouTube journey has helped me to be more self-aware as well, because it has only really been a month and or so ago maybe that I made a video and I said that I am I'm coming clean, and I basically said that I would come on and I'd be so nervous to make a video, and I would try to kind of perform, I guess. And it never felt comfortable for me because I was pretending like I wasn't good enough to show up as myself. So I was kind of pretending to be something that I wasn't. And the perfectionism in me was getting in the way of my passion, which is making content about weight loss, because it has been such a struggle for me. Like I remember the girl that was 13 or 14. Now, yeah, I've been a mama since I was 16. I got pregnant when I was 16 with my firstborn. He is the one, my oldest. He's the one that he is um the ego. Yes. Yes. The ego. So my son Jalen, I keep saying my son, but he has a name. His name is Jalen LeBryant Tongue. That is his name. And he was 20 years old when he passed in a car accident. I have shared his story on my channel before. And I'm trying. Diddy said he loved me. I love that name, Jalen. Thank you, Vera. I don't know how to take a comment on the moon. Diddy said he loved me. I'm gonna let you have that. Um okay, I gotta rein myself back in and get myself focused. So I was never an obese. Like I was just a regular sized teenager at that point. And then when I had subbed, thank you on the moon. When I had Jalen, I just, like I said, in that relationship, I was in an abusive relationship. So I just gained weight. I went to Food for Comfort. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I had abandonment issues. Like we all have problems, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody's and what they have been through. I want you to take those things and turn them into your power. Um, because we don't get to determine what happens to us, but we get to determine what we do with that, right? And that is when I made up my mind that I was taking the power away from other people, the people that made me feel like I wasn't good enough. The reason that I turned to Food for Comfort because I didn't feel like I deserved the good things in life. And I let other people dictate and determine who I was. And once I took my power back, I don't play those games no more. I don't give second chances anymore. Like the relationship has to be very solid. The foundation has to be very solid for me to even revisit because I have given people second, third, fourth, fifth chances to mistreat me. Anymore. Once you show me who you are, I believe you, Maya Angelou. And it's a wrap. I'm done. So, let me get off my soapbox, y'all. I'm sorry. So I try not to get off track on my lives, but it's hard not to sometimes. So a couple of things I wanted to make sure that I shared with you all is that this week I have been feeling my feelings to a degree, but also suppressing. I got that bad. And I talked about I've dealt with a lot of things in life through escapism. And that escapism goes hand in hand with going to Food for Comfort. I'm escaping my thoughts and my emotions and the things that I'm going through in life. And so I don't have to deal with them. I am escaping using food. So a couple things that I wanted to share about emotional eating. And I've been there too, Vera. I have been there. I've drank. I've smoked. And when I did those things, I felt like I was kind of outside of myself, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be outside of myself. I wanted to escape all the things that were causing me pain. And I promise you, in 2022, I believe it was, I had a total mental, emotional breakdown. I have shared this before, but you would have had to have witnessed it and seen it to know how bad it was. Like, I didn't even recognize myself. I made some terrible decisions that year. I sold my house, moved 3 times in 1 year, made a job change that I regretted. Like everything was going wrong in my life because I was not mindful. I wasn't present with myself. And that caused me to make some very bad decisions. So as I've tried to put the pieces of the puzzle and put my life back together, that's when I decided that it was really important for me to get back on my channel and share with people that there is hope, and you don't have to be alone. You don't have to go through things alone. And that also that this is a little off topic, I guess. But at the same time, it's connected. Girl, I just got out of a crisis center. I lost it, but now I feel better, strangely. Sending you love and hugs. Sending you love and hugs. And kisses. My heart. You have my heart. Guys, whether it's food, alcohol, weed, something else, sex, porn, whatever it is. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying these words on here, y'all. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome, beautiful. I have a heart for people. And I never want anybody to feel the way I felt, like I wasn't good enough. And I felt that way since I was a little girl who knew she had a dad who didn't want nothing to do with her. That was the beginning of the end for me. That laid the foundation for me that I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. If your own blood don't want you, then something must be wrong with you. I'm not saying that is not true. I know that now. But that was as a 8, 9, 10-year-old girl coming up, that's how I felt. And that is how I continue to live my life as I became a young woman and a mom and a wife, that I just wasn't good enough. Vera, so you can definitely relate. That is very hard. I'm 47 years old, and I've always said that if I had had a dad, I would have been a daddy's girl, you know? But I'm older and wiser, more self-aware, and I know what I have control over and what I don't have control over. And that is where I want to circle back around to my relationship with food. And you can fill in the blank with anything you want to. It could be alcohol. It could be drugs. It could be all the other things that I listed that I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to be saying some of those words on YouTube. But you can fill in the blank with whatever your vice is. And I want to share with you guys some of the things that I'm using to cope. This is with the holiday season. We think about joy and family, but it's not necessarily a great time for everybody, and not everybody has family. It's not a joyous time for everyone. So I want to recognize that and share with you guys some of the things that I'm using to help me during the holidays and to help me heal my relationship with food. Now, thankfully, I have 2 sisters and a mom, and I have nephews, and I've remarried, so I have my second husband who was in the chat earlier, and I have a 13-year-old son at home. So I have family. I also have a lot of pain. I've also had a lot of loss. Not only did I lose my 20-year-old son, and he would have been 30 this year, and he's been gone for 10 years of tomorrow. You're a pure soul. You're an amazing woman. I feel you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Vera. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been gone. Serenade, is that how you say your name? That's pretty. If I'm saying it correctly, Serenade. Real. Thank you, beautiful. So I lost my son, but so his 10-year anniversary is up tomorrow. Is tomorrow. I'm sorry, it's tomorrow. And but I also lost my daughter was stillborn, and she would have been 19. So I had both of those children with my first husband, and then I remarried, and we share a child together. So I live in the home with my second husband and our 13-year-old son, going on 30. Um, it'd be the youngest kid that will test you the most and give you a little dose of what you was when you was a teenager, because I was a back talking one towards my mama, and he'd be a back talking one towards me. But anyway, I wanted to share with you guys a couple things that I'm doing to try to heal my relationship with food. That is my goal, right? That is my goal, is to heal my relationship with food. And for the people that are coming in and out, or whoever is here, whether you're in the chat or not, I just thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. And I've said this before, on a Friday. It's a Friday, and you're here. You're spending your time with me. I don't care if it's for a millisecond. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Your time is valuable. Know that. You're valuable and your time is valuable. Fair says, that your husband now good to you? He is one of a kind. He is amazing. He was a godsend. And I thank God every day for him. My first husband passed when my son was 13. My oldest. So when his son was 13, I hope I'm making sense. My first husband's son, our son together, when he was 13, my son Jalen that passed, he passed. So I met my present husband, and we've been together for 17 years. Shortly thereafter, so my first husband, him and I were in the process of a separation, and that he passed away of his own will. I guess I'll say that. So then my husband now helped me to, thank you, Vera. My husband now helped me to raise my oldest. So for a man to step in to help you raise a child that didn't belong to him, like, you couldn't tell him that Jalen was not his. He taught him how to drive. He helped him pick out his vehicle. He took me to drop Jalen off to college and soothed me when I was crying all the way home, 3 hours from there. So, yeah, he's amazing. I can't say enough good things about him. And of course, he's a great dad to our son. He was definitely a great stepdad. So I lost, yes, he is an amazing man. Thank you, Vera. So I wanted to talk about a few ways that I am working on healing my relationship with food. Therapy. I advocate for therapy. I had a therapy session 2 days ago. When did I go? Thursday, yesterday. I had a therapy session yesterday, and my therapist, he is amazing. He helps me do my best thinking and helps me work through all of this. And if you've tried therapy and you're like, it's not for me, I didn't get anything out of the therapist. If you have trauma, or things that you need to process and work through, a lot of us got childhood trauma that we don't realize the reason we show up the way that we do as adults is because of the things that we went through as children. And I'm trying to read the comments, and I'm trying to look at the camera, but I don't think I'm looking at the camera. But anyway, I got a little touch of ADD, y'all. So sometimes it goes off every Friday. I'm live at 7:30. Peggy, hello everyone. Glad I caught the live. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't even know how much I appreciate y'all, because it is my goal to deliver a message. And if people are, whether it's absorbed tonight or later, I just pray that there's something that is being said that resonates with someone. If you don't get anything out of therapy, it's because you're not willing. I agree with that. I also agree that you gotta find the right therapist, Vera, because not everybody is a good match. Let me tell you, I done had 8 therapists over the years. And I didn't know what therapy was supposed to be like until I found the right one. I would go in there and vent and whatever was going on in my life. And because I've seemed to have a lot of toxic people gravitate towards me, that brought a lot of drama into my life. So I'd go in there and I'd vent about, whatever was going on at that time between me and somebody else. And then I left feeling just frustrated, or, even if I vented, and I felt a release, there was no growth. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't make any um, strides in the right direction. I'm like, what did I really get out of it? But somebody to vent to, that I could do that with a girlfriend or something, right? Golden Lady says, you are speaking my entire truth right now. Thank you so much. I made plans tonight and they fell through. Now I see I'm exactly where I was supposed to be. Oh, thank you, Golden Lady. Thank you. That, you don't know what that made me, how great that makes me feel. It does. It does. I want to, like, it truly is, y'all don't even know. Like, it feeds my spirit to feel like that I could potentially help somebody. Because then I don't feel like that my trauma is in vain. I'm like, if I'm doing something useful with it, if I'm helping somebody else, then it gives it purpose. That's all I've ever wanted to do. Vera says, the last one I had just asked me, how does that make you feel? You're doing the Lord's work, I promise you. Thank you, Vera. Thank you. And so I like a therapist like that, Vera, that asks you questions, that makes you reflect on your thoughts, other than just like listening and with no direction. Like, I need guidance here. Angela, hey, my sweet friend. I'm worn slick out, but I couldn't miss this opportunity to support you. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. You know you are appreciated. I know you are worn slick out because I know it's a Friday and I know you done been at work. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Therapy. So these are the ways that I am currently working on healing my relationship with food. So we talked about therapy. And like I said, if you feel like you're not getting anything out of the therapist, try somebody else. And also, my alternate day fasting, as well as the GLP-1, are also helping me heal my relationship with food. And with the fasting portion of it, I alternate day fast. So like today, of course, y'all are fasting with me. I haven't eaten today. I've sipped on some coffee, but that's it. So I'm not having a constant thought of food. Like on Fridays, I know I'm not eating. So what am I going to focus on? Something else. I'm going to focus on YouTube content. I'm going to focus on journaling. I'm going to reflect on some things that, we might have talked about in my therapy session. Anything that is not related to food, which journaling is another way. So we got therapy. We have, let me rein myself back in, y'all. Getting off track, moving too fast. Okay, so we talked about therapy. And then alternate day fasting along with the GLP-1. So let me reflect some of my notes, y'all, here. Okay, so with the fasting and the GLP-1, for somebody who feels like they're out of control or have no control over food, fasting and the GLP-1 help me to feel like I am regaining some of my power. It gives me a sense of control over food when I've always felt out of control, like I've let food control me. But now, you mean I can go all day without eating, or with the GLP-1, with the quieting the food noise, I feel like a normal person. I'm not having constant thoughts of food. Like as I'm eating this meal, I'm thinking about what the next meal is going to be. Like, that's amazing. I love that feeling. Vera says, yes, our body will eat the fat when we fast. I ballooned to like 200 pounds a year ago. Honey, I know that feeling all too well. My heaviest was 372 pounds. That was in 2007. That is when I had lap band weight loss surgery. So when I said that if we don't heal what is going on within us, we will regain the weight. I know it because I did it. I did it several times. I lost 168 pounds after my lap band surgery between 2007 and 2009, and got pregnant with my youngest and gained like 90 pounds back with that and with the pregnancy. And then after I had him, um, I went on Weight Watchers because my band wasn't really working the way it had at one point, and lost 70 pounds on Weight Watchers. And now I've gained over the, so then my son passed. So in 2014, I, yes, that's when I lost the weight. Yeah, that's when I lost the 70 pounds in 2014 on Weight Watchers. But then the end of 2014 is when Jalen passed away. And then I just started going back to Food for Comfort and gained weight all over again. So, you know, what's the saying? If you always do what you always done, you're going to always get what you always got. And so I was determined that this time I was going to do something different. And that was, and really was a mental breakdown. I don't really have a choice. Like, I have to address what's in here because it has compounded, or I've suppressed it for as long as I can remember. So many traumatic events in my life. And I had to start working on them, or else it was going to destroy me. I mean, not only just my diet, like, or not only just with my weight, because at that point I didn't even care. You know, I let myself gain weight. I knew I was gaining weight. When I was in the midst of a nervous breakdown, the last thing on my mind was caring about my weight. Like, I was just really in survival mode. I was just trying to keep my job. So, a job that I hated, by the way, which I'm no longer there. So, let me try to rein myself back in, y'all. Okay. Healing my relationship with food, with the GLP-1 and alternate day fasting gives me a sense of control. It gives me a break from the constant obsessive thoughts about food. And it also, especially with, well, the combination, because, you know, I know there's some stigma with alternate day fasting and doing the, or fasting in general, I guess, and doing the GLP-1. But to me, and I'm nobody's doctor, so, you know, just take it for what it's worth. It just makes sense. For me, it goes hand in hand. So I make the conscious choice that I want to do the combination of them. They both help regulate the appetite hormones, and I'm learning more about the appetite hormones, which are insulin and ghrelin. I don't know if I'm saying it right. So I'm teaching myself too, educating myself about how things operate will help, because I got like, I have some control issues anyway. So if I'm going to have control issues, I might as well have them in a positive way. They might as well work for my benefit, right? So I'm going to control what days I eat. I'm going to control what I eat. I'm going to educate myself so that I understand why I need to make certain decisions for my health with the appetite hormones. And then also, I'm learning also about cortisol, which is the stress hormone, which is what causes us to have cravings and binge. Definitely have a history of binge eating. Vera says, oh, I'm sorry, Angela, let me see. Angela says, did you ever get the band removed? No. I still have it because my insurance doesn't pay for anything weight loss related. Although, so my insurance will pay for $10,000, up to $10,000 for weight loss surgery. but I don't know if that would really count as weight loss surgery, just taking the band out. I did recently go to an appointment because I was even contemplating weight loss surgery again, just the last a month or so ago. I think I had mentioned it to you, Angela. Yeah, because you said we needed to talk about it, and I don't think we ever did. Um, no worries, I can't afford it. they, we ran my insurance, and it was gonna be even with that $10,000 that they would pay, it was going to be more than I can afford. So they the band is supposed to be made as long as to be in I want to say for life, as long as it's not causing any problems and it's not giving like with some people they have a slip band, they have to get it removed, or it's causing reflux or something like that. I don't have any of those problems. I also got it empty, so I don't have no fluid in my band. So it's not causing me problems, so I'm just going to leave it alone as long as it doesn't give me any problems. And Vera says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing all over again. Yes, yes. And I've been insane for some years now. Uh, that relationship that I told you guys, that my first husband, we were together for 15 years. And that relationship was, there was some infidelity and abuse and all those things. And that was definitely insanity, thinking things were ever going to change. But I told my husband, I was like, you know what? My second husband, the man that's in the kitchen right now, that I'm married to currently, I said, if I had to, because Barry, you asked me, was he good to me now? And I'm gonna tell you what I said to him. If this will answer that question really well. I said, you know what? Everything that I went through in my first marriage, the abuse, the infidelity, the putting down for my weight and all those things, I would go through that all over again if that was the only way that I would be able to end up with you. And I meant that because he has just been such an amazing person to me. So I can't say enough good things about him. But we ain't here to talk about my husband. We're here to talk about mental, emotional health, emotional eating, healing our relationship with food. Um, so those are some of the things that I'm doing to heal my relationship with food. So I talked about why I believe ADF and GLP-1 can help heal my relationship with food. With therapy, how does that help me? I know I had said we all need therapy, and it encouraged everybody y'all to get therapy because I'm in therapy. Um, but how can therapy help? Well, um, getting to the root of the problem. We need to know because it's not really about food. There's something that within us, because you think about like I have two sisters, and my middle sister, like she doesn't have this issue, right, with her weight. And my middle sister, she did uh she didn't she does now, but once upon a time, like, I was the only one. So it's like something within us. You need to know what is truly eating you. I bet you she feels good. More fire. What do you mean? I bet you she feels good. What I don't know what you mean. Did I miss a comment? Are you going through menopause currently? Fan notification. And I am. Thank you for bringing that up. I am perimenopausal. That was confirmed through blood work. Um, and I tried to do Dr. Mindy's fast like a girl, but because of my irregular cycle, I haven't been able to fast like a girl. But I'm definitely perimenopausal, so I know that makes it harder to lose weight as well. So I don't know what my I do my weigh in tomorrow, and I get on the scale. Um, really? How? That's interesting. You can tell by my pupils that I'm perimenopausal. Oh wow. You'll have to explain. Because you're right. You're right. Um, and I'm taking black cohosh is a supplement that my OB/GYN recommended me to take for perimenopause. So that's what I take right now. And that helped. It took a while because at first I was like, this is not working. But I started taking it for night sweats. I don't have hot flashes, but I do have night sweats. And like the whole back of my neck and my scalp would be soaking wet in the morning. So I sleep with a fan directly on me most nights, and then the black cohosh has really helped with that. Kim says, thankful you are seemingly improving emotionally and doing all the things to get stronger day by day, and you seem to have the support you need to get you across the finish line to better, healthier. Yes, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. I have a small, like outside of YouTube, small support system, but that's by choice. That is by choice because I'm very, now that I know that, I'm all right. I'm not unworthy. I am enough. Then I value me more, and I value my time more, and I'm very selective with who I allow in my space. Um, because like I believe Vera, you mentioned that you're an energy person. Like I have, me too. So I can't deal with too much any matter of fact, I can't. I was gonna say I can't deal with too much toxicity, but I can't deal with none. I don't. No. As soon as I notice some toxicity, bye bye. Go over there. Get away from me. Go on. No, no. Hi, Jack. Thank you for being here. Vera says she cussed people out. Listen, I have in my day. I have in my day. I was telling them, I think it was 2 lives ago, that I used to be a fighter. I used to be, I done been in some fights. So yeah, I done cussed people out and, and knocked a couple people down. Okay. But that was back in the day. I was younger and, young and reckless back then. You have a nice, sexy Southern accent. Thank you. I appreciate that, KW or Jack. Thank you. Thank you all. And that's what I want to bring home to everyone. Like, we are all enough. And with my 13-year-old son, it has been very important because he used to deal with like issues with his self-esteem and pick himself apart. He's got perfectionism problems like I do. But it's very important for me to build him up, affirm him, because I need to make sure he doesn't experience what I experienced. I need to build him up before the world has a chance to knock him down. And you guys need to know that you're enough as well. And if there is anybody that's making you feel like you are less than valuable, send them packing. Life's too short. Life's too short. A few more things I want to make sure that I stress. And like I said, you can fill in the blank. If food is not your vice, fill in the blank with whatever it is, because only you know what that is, right? So these are different things that you can use to, now if food is your vice, then of course that's where the GLP-1 alternate day fasting would come in at. But the therapy, that would apply to anything. Using that to heal your relationship with fill in the blank, right? For me, it's food. Journaling. It is a habit that is not connected to food. So it allows me to disconnect from that, because we do different things, and a lot of things that we do are, you draw. Okay, Vera, I said I trying to pick up the coloring habit, but I'm not. Yeah, y'all know it takes more skill to color than I realize. It really does. Um, y'all should saw some of the coloring. Maybe it's because I was using a marker. Anyway, I've got some coloring books over there. I got some word finds. I got some. I got my journal. I want to get back into meditation. Like, there are so many different things that I have, exercise that I have on my list of things that are not connected to food. But journaling could help you release your emotions and process those emotions. That is funny. What's funny, honey? That's my husband, y'all, Charles Newby. No, I mean, I'm an artist. Laugh out loud. Oh, okay. I bet you have some beautiful work, Vera. I bet you have some beautiful work. Um, Journaling. No, I don't draw, babe. You need to read. Vera draws. I said I color. I didn't say I draw. Listen, I've been on here bragging to these folks about you, and you ain't even listening to me. I said I color. I said I color. Vera says she draws. See, y'all, there's my husband in the chat. Journaling. It helps develop self-awareness, which is very important. Very important. Self-awareness. Self-awareness. Because really, if you don't know yourself, we think because we're walking around as ourselves that we know ourselves. For those of us who are self-aware, we recognize how many people are walking around on this earth that are not self-aware at all. So self-awareness is important. Journaling will help you develop your self-awareness, because that's how I developed mine, and isolating myself and going within. And like I said, it's a hobby that is not associated with food. Okay, y'all, try not to go over an hour. So I got about 8 minutes left, because y'all's time is valuable, and it's a Friday. It's the weekend. It's the weekend before the holiday. That's huge. As we're getting ready to go into 2025, I wanted to talk about how at the beginning of the last 2 years, actually, I have chose a word of the year for me. So I want to, as I getting ready to come to a close these last 8 minutes or so, I wanted to just plant a little seed in you guys to be thinking about, as you go into 2025, what your word of the year could be. So for 2023, my word of the year was balance, because that was something that I was all over the place. I didn't have, I just had too many things going on, and I would just pour into one thing, but something else was getting neglected. So it was very important to me to try to balance things out and have some balance. And then in that's when I started to decide, like, what could stay and what had to go, because you can't do all things, and you can't even be connected to all people. It's not really good for us, in our own mental and emotional health, our own well-being. Andre says, all of my girlfriends think I'm cheating on them. Okay, Andre. The devil got hit by a car last night. Okay, Andre. um so anyway, as we get ready to go into 2025, thinking about what our word of the year could be. My word of the year for 2024 was pause. Pause, pause, pause. Because I would be very impulsive, right? Not only with food, with somebody asked me for something, I would automatically say yes and make commitments and then regret those commitments and then try to weasel my way out of them. So I learned the hard way to pause. So I developed some things to buy me some time. I'll think about it. I'll let you know. I'll get back with you. All of those different things helped me to pause so I did not overcommit myself. Vera says, my word for 2025 is love. Yes, that I love you. I love your word of the year. Alonda says, pause is a great word. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Alonda. Pause is a great word. It has really helped me. And I'm actually proud of myself because that word stuck with me all year. And I applied that to so many different situations in my life with pause. Now, if I could always apply it to food, I would really be in good shape. But ADF is helping me apply it to food sometimes too. But it has been a challenging week because of what I have coming up tomorrow. I did want to spend this evening with you all. And I started to, you're beautiful the way you are. Thank you, Vera. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. And this is what I'm learning. I wanted to share this too. Patience, DD. Yes, I need that too. I need to mark. I might need a few words for the year. I haven't decided on a word for me yet for 2025. Um, so I need to do some reflecting and thinking about that. Um, I plan on sharing a video. I haven't even filmed it yet because it's going to take a lot emotionally and mentally for me. Your word should maybe be acceptance. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. The one and only Nicole. Thank you so much. DD, me too. Gratitude is also a great word for me. Grateful to have met you. Same here, D. Um, anyway, oh, so when we were talking about, I think I had mentioned about filming vertically so that you end up in the shorts feed, but sometimes you end up with people, that you were not anticipating, but that's okay. Thankfully, the one and only Nicole, I know who I am, so your comments don't move me at all. um, if anything, it just shows what a miserable person you are. So I'll be praying for you, guys. I think I shared with most of you, and but it was earlier in the chat, earlier in the live, that tomorrow is my eldest son's 10-year anniversary of his passing. He was 20 years old. So I want to end with that. I started with that. I want to end with that. He was 20 years old when he passed away in a car accident. And Vera, is someone messing with you? Yeah, somebody up there. Oh, message retracted. Who retracted the message? YouTube? Because yeah, somebody came in. Hold on, oh, sorry y'all. Uh Vera says I'll get them. Yeah, somebody told me I had a bunch of double chins. It's okay. But then I was gonna try to read the message to you, but it says the one and only Nicole, the message was retracted. That's okay. Look, I knew that I would potentially get some when I went into the vertical shorts, well, because that puts me in the short speed. So you come across people that you don't always interact with, but it's also how I've come across some really great people. So I'll continue to do that. And, I'm developing thicker skin. And thankfully, because of other people who have made me feel a lot worse than anybody in the, you know, anybody in the short speed that has negativity to say to me, listen, I've had people try to tear me down a lot harder than that. So I got some tough skin at my old age of 47. So I can handle it. Thank you, Vera. I appreciate you got my back. I know. Listen, we feel energy, so I know that you do. Thank you, hon. Um, but I will be celebrating the loss or the life, celebrating the life of my oldest son. Alonda, you're 47 too. Yeah, we got something else in common too, as well as our hair. I got a lot more than you do though. Um, but I will be celebrating the life of my forever 20-year-old son tomorrow, and I'm working on a video just to share a little bit about him, throw in some pictures and some videos, so y'all keep an eye out on that. I'm trying to get it filmed tomorrow so I can post it tomorrow, just to honor him in his life, because he made me a mama and I learned so much from my baby. But guys, I try not to go over an hour, and we are at an hour. So I appreciate your time. I'm so grateful I got on here because I was feeling so lethargic today, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this today. But it has been food for my soul, and y'all made my not just my fast, like that is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have handled the fast, but you fed my soul tonight. So I appreciate you. You're a beautiful black queen. Thank you, Keith. Thank you. Alonda says, virtual hug as you honor your son. Thank you. Dee Dee says, I love the gray on both of you. You look sophisticated. Thank you, Dee Dee. Sending prayers your way. Vera says, thank you for helping me. You're welcome. Thank you, Vera. Your energy has been amazing. I appreciate you tonight. And please stay in touch. Please stay in touch. Guys, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I will not be live again before Thanksgiving. So I want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. And I hope that you are either celebrating with family or friends, which is one thing that I want to leave you with. Because I know I did make mention of, not everybody has family. All my love, Vera. All my love back to you. Not everybody has family, but you can make your own family. Just know that it doesn't have to be blood relatives. I have created some amazing relationships with people that are not blood connected to me. And I truly believe that you don't get to choose your family, but you get to choose who you can make your family. So during the holiday season, just try to make connections that maybe you haven't made before, or just don't go through it alone if you don't have to. I know not everybody has anybody, so I'm very fortunate that I do. But I have an email in my description box. If you would like, you could send me an email and we can stay connected that way. I want everybody to feel supported and loved and special, and not alone during the holiday season. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Kim, I don't know if before I let you guys go, Kim, I want to say to you, Kim J, your comment this morning, I read it and then it disappeared. So I don't know if YouTube's doing something or what happened to it, but I wanted you to know that I did see it, and I didn't want you to think I didn't acknowledge it, because I tried to comment, respond to it, but I couldn't find it. But I did read it. I read it, and then when I went to go back, and thankfully I screenshot it because I was like, oh, that's beautiful. So I screenshot it. So I still have it. I just can't find it to respond to it. So I did want to tell you that. But guys, if if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I do talk about alternate day fasting, healing, self-development, and GLP-1 for my weight loss journey. And I will probably not go live next Friday because of the holiday weekend, but I will be talking to you next time. And I'm going to let you guys go because we're already over an hour. But I love you. I thank you. I thank God for you. Have an amazing night and weekend. Bye, friend. Mwah.